some of my Keepsake jewelry. They're things that I keep because they hold sentimental value, not because I wear them. And I wanted to share those things with you. They're in this little black case. You can see it doesn't quite close. It's a pretty random assortment of things, but we'll go through it. Off to the side for a minute. The first thing I'd like to show you actually is not something that was in the box because it's too big to fit, but this is a bracelet from when I was a baby. It's hard to believe that fit around my wrist, but in my baby pictures it actually looks like a ginormous bangle bracelet. I don't know if you're able to see that, but it's got a pattern on it. It looks like a vine, kind of like a fern. A mix between a fern and a vine, I guess. And it wraps all the way around the edge. So I do keep this because I think it's neat for my kids to be able to see this and hold it in their hand and look at my baby pictures and realize that, you know, that I was once a baby. I know that sounds strange, but for those of you who have kids, you'll know what I mean. They find it kind of fascinating that you weren't just born, grown. So that's the first thing. The next thing is this, this little charm holder. It's actually, this goes on a chain. It's 2 hearts right here. That's where your chain would go, right there. And then it holds whatever charms you want to put on it. If my hands look greasy, it's because I just put on lotion right before this video started, and it's like a little bit on the ultra moisturizing side. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is what it is. It's Watkins Hand and Body Lotion, aloe and green tea. I love this lotion, actually. I get these little miniature lotions from my husband, who is a pilot. So every week when he goes on a trip, he comes back and brings me little things like this. I have quite a collection going now. So anyway, just wanted to explain that. So back to the charm holder. This is something I had in high school. I believe that my mom gave me the charm holder and maybe one of these charms, and then I collected the rest over time. So let's go through those really quick. Let me take this off. This is the holder that I was showing you a minute ago. The hearts. This is a little dinosaur. I honestly do not remember where I got this little guy, but he's pretty cute, I have to say. I know that he came on another necklace, and then when that chain broke, I kind of repurposed him into a charm for this necklace. So the next one is a little boot. Sorry, let me get in frame here. This one is a little boot. I love this thing because I think it's very detailed. Let me see if you can see that. It's got a little spur back here, and there's a design on the boot, you know, that's intended to look like stitching that would be on a cowboy boot. I am from Texas. I live in Texas, and so this little boot is kind of representative of that. So this, I believe, is the charm that my mom gave to me when she gave me the charm necklace. Oops. It's a little, oop, goodness. It's a little graduation cap. It was for my high school graduation. The next one is a little moon. I honestly cannot remember where I got this from. If it comes back to me, I will let you know, but I don't remember that one. But this one I definitely remember. This was given to me by my dad. It's a little saxophone, and its significance was that I played saxophone in high school. Well, technically I played it in junior high school, in high school, and in college. So this was my little saxophone charm that he gave me. So we put these back on. Time since I've looked at these things, so it's kind of fun to pull them out and remember when I got them. Readjust my angle here a little bit. Anyway, so that's this charm necklace. The next thing is a little bracelet, and it looks like a pin is in here too. Oh, well, there are 3 things in here. So see what's inside. Goodness, come on. There we go. The first thing, gosh, I really cannot see what that is. I'm gonna say that I think that is a National Junior Honor Society pin or something. If you guys can see what this is, please tell me. It's been in this bag for probably 15 years and I don't know what it is now. Oh, there's a pin. This I definitely do remember. This is a necklace. This is from a necklace that my dad got me when I went through confirmation class when I was 12. It was a confirmation gift from him, and it came on a chain. The chain obviously has long since gone by the wayside, but I still have the little pendant. So let's see. This thing is about 26 years old. I've had this about 26 years, so that's quite a while that it's been hanging around with me. This is also a confirmation gift from my dad. It is a bracelet. The bracelet is held together with a standard clasp. I have not thought about this bracelet in years. I bet if I told my dad I still had this, he would be shocked. It has a little charm on it. This is the Methodist cross that I grew up in the Methodist church, so when I was going through confirmation, it was through the Methodist church, and so that's the symbol I had on my bracelet. So I wore that this bracelet for a number of years before I retired it to my Keepsake collection. Thing I'm going to show you is my senior class ring. Funny story. Well, I don't know if it's funny, but it's an interesting story about this ring. I got this ring, I think like most high school kids, at the end of my junior year. And I wore it all that summer. And I came back for my senior year, so excited to have my senior ring. And went to the bathroom like the first week of school. And when I went to go wash my hands, I took it off and I set it off to the side on top of the paper towel dispenser. And then I left it. Oh my gosh. I didn't notice that I didn't have it on until the end of the day that day. And when I went back to the bathroom, well, of course it was gone. So I was like devastated. Plus, I did not want to admit to my parents that I had lost this $300-something ring. So I did keep it to myself. Didn't say anything about it. And lo and behold, I did report it missing though. And lo and behold, 2 months later, seriously, 2 months later, I got a note to come to the office, and when I went to the office, someone had turned in my ring. So I got it back after all. But it was pretty incredible, considering I did not think that I would be getting this thing back. So yeah. My high school's mascot was a patriot. There's supposed to be a patriot guy's head inside here, but the stone, let me see if I can get this to focus, but the stone is like messed up in there, so he never quite looked right, and at first it really bugged me a lot, but then I kind of started to like the fact that it was unique. And yeah, I never did worry about getting it fixed. So anyway, this is my ring. I graduated from high school in 1997. 20 years ago. God, time passes quickly, doesn't it? So it has been sitting in this little box for the last 20 years, just waiting for you guys to see it. So let's see, we have time for a few more things. The next thing I want to show you is another bracelet. This is an ID bracelet that has my name on it, Megan. The back is very tarnished at this point. You can barely read it, but it says Love Mom 1990 is what it says. It's very hard to read now, but that's what it says. parents are divorced, and I lived with my mom from primarily, I mean, I visited my dad, but I lived primarily with my mom until I was 11 in 1990. And then, because of various reasons, I moved in with my dad primarily and visited with my mom. And when I did, it was a very hard transition. And my mom gave me this bracelet to, like, as a piece of comfort, and it definitely did help having it. And I wore it all the time, as you can probably tell based on the back of it. Oof. But I wore this thing all the time for years, and I'm glad I still have it. So, makes me happy. Speaking of my mom, this is another ID bracelet. This is actually one of hers. It was hers, and she gave it to me. Not maybe 5 or 6 years ago, just kind of with a batch of jewelry that she was either going to give away or give to me. And I took this one. I haven't worn it ever, but I mean, I like it because it's from her past, and I kind of like that. It's cool. So my mom, before I was born, she was part of a biker club. I was going to say gang, but no, not a biker gang, a biker club. And they were called, as you might have figured out by now, the Square Wheels. Square Wheels. And this was her ID bracelet. It doesn't say anything on the back, except for that it's sterling. But at any rate, she did not ride motorcycles after she had me. So this has been just put up for quite some time now. So, this is a keychain. As you can see, it says Salt Lake 2002, and it has the Olympic symbol. I was actually living in Salt Lake City when the Olympics were there, and my son was born right around the Olympics. I think that he was born toward the end of February, and the Olympics, like closing ceremonies, were 1 or 2 days before he was born, which I was bummed about at the time, because at the hospital where he was born, the doctors and nurses were giving out to all of the babies who were born during the Olympics. Those babies got hats and blankets and onesies and all kinds of things that were Olympic themed. But he missed out on that by a couple days, but that's okay. I still got a keychain. I also I got tickets to one of the Olympic events. It was nothing that I was interested in actually going to. I can't remember. What's the one where they push the thing across the ice and then like sweep the ice with a broom. The name of that sport is really, it's escaping me at this point, but I believe that's what it was. At any rate, I didn't go, but I saved the tickets as a keepsake. That seems silly nowadays to my older self. I don't know why I wouldn't have just gone for the experience, but at the time I just didn't want to, so I didn't. At any rate, I like this because I bought it. Man, that's pretty. I bought it during the Olympics from the Olympic Village. I don't think that that's where the athletes are, but right downtown there were a lot of Olympic vendors and things like that set up, and I got this there. Okay. This is a necklace. Lobster claw clasp here, and there's an extender in between, so you can actually take this off entirely. See, you can take that off, and then just close the necklace up. So that it's fairly short that way. I've only worn this necklace once or twice, but when I have, it's always been with the extender on. I prefer, for the most part, my necklaces to be a little bit longer. Charm on this is a little baby booty with my words are failing me tonight. Topaz. My son's birthstone is topaz, and this was given to me when he was born. We're only going to look at a few more things. It seems I have a collection of change in here that I have because they are, I believe, dated. Let's see. I don't know why I have some of these things. This is a year 2000 quarter, a Maryland quarter. I have no idea what that's in here, but it is. I do have a 1979 Susan B. Anthony quarter, and I was born in 1979, so I have this because it was minted in the year of my birth. You can see it says United States of America, E pluribus unum, $1. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a Susan B. Anthony dollar. I'm done saying it's a quarter. Anyway, so, yep. This is my Susan B. Anthony dollar. I don't know where I got this. I feel like this is also something my mom gave to me. This is just a penny that was was minted in 79. It says, "In God we trust," and "Liberty." On the back it says, again, United States of America, a pluribus unum, and 1 cent. Here's another Susan B. Anthony dollar. So I have 2 of them. I feel like I used to also have a $2 bill that my mom gave me, but I'm not entirely sure where that is right now. See, some of the, I don't know, some of this change makes no sense. This is a dime that is a 1981 dime. No significance as a keepsake whatsoever, but it's here. Let's see. This is a $50 that has been mounted as a pendant. I've never worn it that way. I feel like this is also something that I received from a parent, one of the 2 of them, and that's in here. Oh, here's one other charm that was supposed to be on the charm necklace and has apparently fallen off. I have a couple more things to show you. Okay. The first is this jade elephant. Maybe 13, somewhere around there. He used to have, you can probably tell from the groove right here, he used to have a piece that wrapped around him and had a loop here up the top, but it was a very ornate piece of gold that almost looked like lace, like a lacy blanket thrown over his back. And then there was a hoop, but at some point that broke. His eye and his tusk and his toenails have remained intact, and I just love this piece that she gave me, and I keep it because it brings back good memories. The last thing I'll show you is this Mickey Mouse watch. This is not the original band that came with this watch. It's not even the right size. This is, the original band was nice leather. It was like a lighter brown than this. When I was in middle school, I wanted a Mickey Mouse watch. And I wanted the traditional Mickey Mouse watch that had the color Mickey on it. My parents ended up getting me this one instead, which at the time I was like, I want the real Mickey. But pretty soon after that, I would say within a couple days, I was like, this thing is so cool because, as you can see, it's kind of like holographic. Sometimes Mickey looks colored, like his regular color. Sometimes he looks very washed out and silvery. watch, I think. It's currently not running, as you can tell. And the band broke. That's when I stopped wearing it, was when the band broke. It's too bad because it is a very cute watch. I then attempted to replace the band at some point in my youth and completely bought the wrong size, and it's just crappy, and one of the pins has come off. And anyway, this is not a watch that I would probably wear these days, but I like holding on to it. So there's still some other things in here, but we're not going to go over all of this. Maybe next time. So now let's put some things back. We'll put back the watch. We'll put back the random assortment of coins. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think, and if there are any videos that you would like to see in particular, please let me know. I appreciate your comments and your support.